said this already, but it has been a huge honor to get to hang out with you guys at Hot Hearts this year. Growing up in East Texas, it wasn't long ago where I was sitting in the same seats that you guys are. And as I began to kind of think about that, I thought it would be really cool, because I've had so many of you guys ask, Drew, like, how did you get into the whole magic and illusions? Like, how did that work? What was that process like? And I'd like to show you real quick. When I was younger, grew up East Texas, Nacogdoches, Texas. And there was a park in Nacogdoches called Pecan Park, and we used to go there. And the first magician I ever saw was there. And even though I'd watched David Copperfield, but the first person that I ever saw live was a magician that was performing for a birthday party. And me and some friends were there, and we were walking up to the magician, and the magician pulled out, and he said, I have a few cards, and I want to show you something. And the magician then proceeded to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And then what he did is he threw away 1, 2, 3 of those cards. And then somehow he still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now, and I was so impressed that much like a lot of you guys in the back, I forgot to applaud as well. It's cheap if you have to ask for it, but I still love it. So that trick blew my mind, and immediately I remember leaving that place and was like, listen, I've got to learn to do some of this stuff. And so I remember talking to my parents, it's like, listen, the next time we find ourselves anywhere near a magic shop, I've got to learn this. And so we were down in Houston. I remember there was a magic shop there, and I was pumped, ran in as fast as I could, saw the guy at the counter. I was like, excuse me, sir, excuse me, but do you happen to have the trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and then what he does is he throws away 1, 2, 3 of those cards, and then somehow he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. The guy at the counter goes, no, this is the bookstore. The magic shop's next door. And so I ran around the corner, went straight in, walked in, said, excuse me, sir, do you happen to have the magic trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and then he's going to throw away 1, 2, 3 of those cards, and then somehow still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He said, yep, we do have that trick that you're talking about where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and then he throws away 1, 2, 3 of those cards, and then somehow he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So listen, I didn't have enough money, so I wasn't able to buy the trick, but just recently I got it. And so I brought the trick to Hot Hearts, and I thought I could do it this afternoon for the very first time, if this is cool. Is that okay? 6-card trick. I'm a little nervous, so pay close attention. Watch. The magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, throws away 1, 2, 3 cards, and somehow he still has 1, 2. And somehow he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Well, guys, I have a few things I kind of want to give away to you, and I'm going to get the help. John up here. We got some really cool stuff. Let's go this way real quick. Hey, Hurt and Manly has some really cool resources in the back, and listen, they have what's like a DVD that teaches you how that you can start a drama ministry in your youth group, and this is a really, really cool resource. And I know that some of you guys in the youth group are going to want to check this out. I'm going to see if I can get this way back there. Watch out, don't let. But I would, and what you would do if you were up here is you would take this device and you would move the spike into any one of 4 possible locations. So it could be in like spot A, B, C, or D. And then paper sacks were placed over all 4 locations so that what you guys saw is 4 paper bags, underneath one of them, a giant spike. And while all that was happening, I'd be over here, be blindfolded, put a bag over my head, and just kind of tie that, and it would just kind of lean me kind of towards the bags. And then what I would then do is I would swing as hard as I could and begin to smash 3 of these bags, leaving only one, ideally the one with the giant spike unsmashed. Now, I had done this trick for about 1.5 years and was kind of traveling doing it, and I was actually in Texas. I was in Dallas area at a pretty large church and doing this trick, and everything started off just totally fine. Came up, smashed the first bag, good to go. Smashed the second one, we're okay. With 2 bags left, I swing for the fences, and the very first time in doing this trick, I feel my hands stop in midair. And immediately I begin to register something's gone wrong. And so I pull the bag off, I take the blindfold, and this is a true story. I look down and see about 6 inches of that spike sticking out the back of my hands. They reacted much like you just did. Now, listen, if you guys have ever done anything on stage, maybe done theater, maybe even played sports or given a speech, there's this general rule, and the general rule is, listen, mistakes are going to happen, but the show must go on. And so in that moment, all I could think to do was to reach and just pull my hand off of the spike, which blood just began to kind of run down my arm. True story. Down the front row, about where you are, sir, went, dang! That looks real! Which, not making this up, a young lady right next to him nudges him and goes, nope, it's fake blood, I can tell. Now, luckily, some friends like Matt Papa were at that event and were like, whoa, we've seen that done before, it didn't happen like that last time, and so they were able to come and rush me to the emergency room, and praise the Lord, my hand was not damaged permanently, and it still functions, still works, and I have a really cool Jesus scar to show you guys later. But, check this out. I haven't done that trick since. It totally just messed my head up. But this afternoon, I thought it would be cool if we upped the ante and we do a trick just like it, but even more dangerous. But in order to do that, we're going to need a volunteer. What's your name? Wendy. Come on over here, Wendy. Now, Wendy, I've got something for you tonight, and these will be yours to keep when all is said and done, but I have some Oreos, okay? These will be yours. Yeah, good job. Now, Wendy, what I want you to do is, if you wouldn't mind, would you open those up? They haven't been messed with or anything like that.
Love you too, girl.
Okay? And what you're going to do in just a second, Wendy, is you're going to select 4 of those Oreos. It's your choice, whichever ones you pick. But listen, I want to be very honest. I want you to pick 4 Oreos that look identical. Now, by just looking at it, you're like, well, that's kind of silly, Drew. I don't get it. But some of them do, like, just because of being in the package, they'll get cracked or broken a little bit. And then Nabisco's gotten kind of sloppy, and sometimes they'll flip them upside down, not paying attention. We don't want any of those. So take 4 cookies that you think look identical, and you're going to kind of place them right there. Thank you. You just set them right here. You got 4 of them? Okay, just place them right here in front on this table. Yeah, just like, yeah. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get rid of these. We shouldn't need them again, okay? Now, listen, I don't know if you grew up doing the whole trick-or-treat thing. Yeah, we did that. And so dress up and we go door to door. We grab these bag loads of candy and we would go back to my, my family's house and we would just dump all the candy onto the kitchen table. And my parents would then go through all the candy and make sure, like, if anything could be like unwrapped and then like rewrapped, it was like thrown away, or at least checked to make sure it wasn't like dipped in poison or a knife wasn't in it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay, my parents did that because they loved me. And so that's what inspired this next trick. Now I've got something, Oreos, not very intimidating, but what I have, we're going to kind of step it up a little bit, and I have something else for us this afternoon. I have a package of double-edged razor blades, okay? Now, for those of you that may not be completely familiar with razor blades, let me kind of introduce you a little bit. These are double-sided platinum chrome blades, okay? Like less than paper thin, so it gives them their sharpness. Now, just to show you kind of what we're dealing with, I've got a playing card this afternoon. This is card stock. It's 3 layers of it, actually. It's very thick. Now, if we take this razor blade and we were to set it there, you're going to see that just like butter, it just kind of slides through there. I mean, literally with just like no resistance. Got it? Yeah, they're really, really sharp, okay? Now, this afternoon, you get to decide which one of these Oreos this razor blade is going into. So if you would you just please just kind of point to one of those if you don't mind? That one. Go ahead and take it from me. Sweet. Now we're going to take the razor blade. We're going to begin to place it in here. Now you're going to have to be the eyes for everyone. The cameras will be able to see this as well, but your job is to make sure that I'm not cheating, that it really is going into the cookie, okay? I'm not sliding it behind it, nothing like that. Would you kind of agree about that? It's in the cookie. You guys can see this one? See? Perfect. I don't want you to think we're cheating. This isn't sleight of hand. Now we got to make sure we don't separate the cream. Like that. Now, here's where this gets fun. What I need you to do is I need you to turn, I need you to look this way for a second. Because what I'm about to do is I'm going to shuffle these cookies up, and I need you to not know where that razor blade is. Okay? Now, ma'am, I'm going to need you to turn around so that you have no clue where it is. I'm going to ask you to shuffle them so that I have no idea where the razor blade is. And if you would you please tell me when you're done shuffling those cookies? You got it? Why don't you look right here, ma'am? I'm going to be very honest with me this afternoon. Do you have any idea where that razor blade is? No clue. That makes 2 of us. Now, in just a moment, we're going to recreate that spike trick. But like I said, this is a lot different. Here's why. I need you guys to realize that what we're about to do is unbelievably dangerous. That this should never be tried anywhere. This is at home, like nothing. This is unbelievably dangerous. And just listen, just so that you understand this. One of your 2 major arteries in your body, one runs through your tongue, your linguistic artery. Tonight, or this afternoon, if this razor blade were to end up inside of my mouth, it would most definitely sever that artery, giving me about 3 to 4 minutes before bleeding out. Now, we're going to hope that's not a problem. Got it? Cool. Check it out. I've removed the watch, the rings, there's no magnets, nothing like that. As you look right here as we do this. Watch carefully. Right here, right here. And look right here. Cookie number 1. You shuffle this in. Here we go. Number 1.
Okay.
No razor blade. There's 1 down. There's still 3 though. Cookie number 2. Cookie number 2. No way to play. There are still 2 cookies left. And what I need you to do is I need you to select the last one. If you will, would you please place it in my hand? I'm going to ask you not to examine them. I'm going to ask you just to reach down there and place one in my hand. Go do that right now. This is 100% free choice, okay? I'll give you one chance. If you want to change your mind, it's your choice. It's your choice. Don't examine it. Just, what do you want to do? Give me 3 seconds. 1, good? The last cookie. No razor blade. Come on, come on. There it is. If you guys would, give a huge round of applause. Man, those are yours. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Listen. Hey, listen, if you hear anything from me this weekend, hear this, that Jesus Christ is absolutely in love with you. Absolutely in love with you. Hey, and listen, he's worth it. He will always, always be worth it. And listen, you're about to leave this place and it's going to get really hard. It's not going to be easy. But he's worth it. If you guys would, if you would give a huge, huge round of applause. And please welcome back to the stage, Kurt and Manley.